Hi, Moitza here. I want to talk about an experience I had with a public speaking event almost 2 years ago now, and how I saw through a trap that I was falling down and used a reframe, a powerful reframe, to completely change my experience. So if you've ever had, or if you currently have any anxiety around performance or being judged or even criticized, then this might help. So it was 2 years ago, and I was a coach. I was a coach for a while at that point, but it was only about 6 months after I went into business full time as a coach. So it was kind of new, and I grabbed this opportunity for a public speaking event because I was really wanting to develop myself in that direction. So I stepped out of my comfort zone. Definitely, it was not something I did every week, but the topic was well known to me, was on the imposter syndrome, and that's really at its core about the inner critic and how that kind of not boosts but wraps us in this feeling of self-doubt and like we're not enough, and we're being a fraud and all that, and we'll be discovered, right? So it's really the inner critic that's fueling, that is the imposter voice. Anyhow, not to go into details about the presentation, I knew I had a great presentation. I was confident in the material. I did great research. I had experience with this for many years before. I've been working with my own inner critic, and I have a training in that as well. So that wasn't in question. But the weekend before, right, the weekend before I was to give the talk, I started getting nerves. As I was prepping for it, I started feeling nervous and like, oh my God, do I know what I'm doing? And so I caught myself, and it was all about, so the fears were all about, how am I going to come across? How will I do? How will I be perceived? Will I make a fool of myself? All about me, me, me. And when I caught that it's all about me, I realized, oh my God, who shines the spotlight on me and, kind of judges me harshly when I don't perhaps, measure up to some sort of mythical standard of perfection? The inner critic, of course. So I realized, okay, this is not about me, and it never is. So think about your situations when you're worrying about, a performance, or how you'll be perceived. It can be in a social group, it can be, in your relationships, or at work, or at a public engagement, anything like that, perhaps a networking event. So just think, what are you saying to yourself? What are you worrying about? What is causing the nerves? Because our thoughts impact our feelings, and then our feelings impact our behavior. So if you're thinking, oh my God, how am I going to come across, and feel nervous and perhaps feel, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm going to literally behave in a non-confident way, as if I'm not good enough. And it was really fueled by my thoughts. So what I did instead that weekend, and I had many tools by that point. I was, a qualified NLP practitioner, a certified coach, this dialogue facilitator, all that good stuff. And what really helped was to flip it from me onto the other. So what am I actually there for? Why am I doing this? What is the purpose of this? And I realized it's about me serving those people. This is not about me. Of course, it's a great learning opportunity and a growth opportunity for myself, but the actual act of giving this talk is about me contributing value to the people that will be there. It was about sparking, insights, aha moments, giving them tools to deal with their own, sometimes very debilitating imposter syndrome in their own lives. And I knew that the impact could be amazing. So I chose to focus on why I'm doing this, on the other, on what I'm there to give, what am I there to contribute? How can I be the best for them? Not the best for some, perfect standard, which isn't real. So that alone just shifted things completely for me, and I relaxed, and I didn't need to be perfect. And really, when I look back at it, I recently read about research that said that compassion towards ourselves helps us to see the world as more compassionate and accepting, and we feel safer in the world. When we are compassionate with ourselves, We feel safer in the world. How amazing is that? And how, just think how that would impact you if you feel safer in the world and with other people. And really, when I look at what I did there, when I switched that onto the service I could provide, onto, you know, what I could contribute, I was being compassionate with myself, because I wasn't measuring myself against this need to be perfect standard. It wasn't about my performance as such. It was about what I could give, right? So you don't need to be perfect. Just do your best. Just do what you know. Just say what you know. Make a difference to those people. Can you hear the difference in energy, even for that compassionate part of me that I let in, or that critical part of me before that was kind of taking over and like, oh, how will you do it? Are you going to make a fool of yourself? Are you sure you know enough, etc.? Right? It's a choice. So I hope this was useful, and really think, really try this actually. Reframe is such a powerful tool to feel differently about yourself and about a situation. When you feel differently about yourself, like I said, you will be able to act differently, and you will get different results, better results. So I hope this was useful. If you have any social performance, any other kind of anxieties or nerves that you're experiencing, let me know, and I might be able to help with an insight or two. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.